Well, the Keegan Kline case is a complicated one. There's no doubt about it. So we want to start from the beginning in Delphi, Indiana, and why this face and this name may be familiar. We've covered it numerous times here at NewsNation. Kegan Kline has been infamously linked to the 2017 murders of two girls from the small town of Delphi in Indiana. Investigators say he spoke to one of the victims, one of the girls, on social media the day before she died. While Kline has never been charged or even been named as a suspect in this case, he did plead guilty in March to 25 charges, including possession of child pornography, child exploitation, and obstruction of justice in a separate case. And then a new development last week, what should have been his sentencing, a judge granted a continuance after Kline said he received evidence he had not yet seen before. Now he has been appointed a new legal representation after his former lawyer filed a motion to withdraw from the case. It's complicated, and it's important because it's just another step in this investigation. Joining me now, two people who have had a chance to interview Kegan Kline. They've been on the case of the Delphi murders, and they will continue to do so as Richard Allen faces a trial. Journalist Anya Kane and attorney Kevin Greenlee. They are the hosts of the Murder Sheet podcast. Thank you both for being here. It caught our attention that Kegan Kline was back in the headlines, and you spoke to him directly. How did this conversation first come about?
Well, as it turns out, a couple of weeks ago, we had an interview on our podcast with Kegan Kline's former girlfriend. He became aware of that and indicated he'd like to have a chance to tell his side of the story. And so we gave him that opportunity.
And what is his side of the story, Anya?
He's basically at this time claiming that he is in fact guilty of 7 of the 25 charges he's been hit with and has pled guilty to already, but that he would ideally like to walk back the remaining charges and essentially plead not guilty and take it to trial. So it's sort of a huge reversal of what we saw previously, where he was essentially pleading guilty to all 25 and seemed to be heading towards sentencing.
I want to play just a portion of the conversation that you all had with Kline, and this is in regards to whether or not he feels any remorse for the crimes he's accused of. Let's take a listen.
So did you request that Andrew be removed, or was that his decision?
Yeah. I told him to tell the judge, I can't. Because I had a thing I was going to read, but Andrew told me not to, that he would just talk to the judge.
I think at one time we asked you, do you have remorse for the things that you admitted to? That was after, it seemed to be going towards a guilty plea. And I'm just curious, is that still the case?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm a human being. I don't think anything I did was okay. And like I told him, I'm not guilty of all those charges, but I am guilty of stuff. I did talk to underage girls. I'm not saying I never did.
And does he admit to talking to one of the girls killed, to Libby?
He says he does not ever remember speaking with Liberty German. He does remember speaking with her friend, but at this time he's not saying that he definitely talked to her. And that fits with what he was telling investigators back in 2020.
What does he say, Kevin, at all about the fact that he has been linked, whether he was involved or not, to this case for the last few years?
He indicated in our interview that he believes he has some information relevant to the case. He concedes that, but he claims that authorities who are investigating the case don't care to hear it because, in his words, they feel that they cannot corroborate his information.
So what now? We've got Richard Allen, who has been charged in the murders. Where does the case stand for answers and for justice for the families of Abby and Libby?
It appears like it's going to be a very long road ahead, unfortunately, for the families who are obviously waiting for justice, waiting for answers. There's going to be a hearing probably in June in Richard Allen's case. The defense attorneys representing Mr. Allen have at this time asked the judge to switch it from a bond hearing to a suppression hearing. So they're likely going to try to get some evidence thrown out in that case against Mr. Allen.
And Richard Allen, Kevin, still maintains his innocence. What more are we hearing from his legal team?
Well, his legal team has asked that this bail hearing that was scheduled for next month be changed into a suppression hearing. So it sounds like they're going to try to get some of the evidence against him thrown out. And that would most likely be, to speculate a bit, the evidence that was seized in the search of his home, namely the gun that police say is linked to a bullet found at the crime scene.
And Anya, just a couple of seconds left. What other evidence was at that crime scene that has been made public so far?
Very little. That's pretty much all we know from the probable cause. So a lot of questions remain about how much evidence there is linking Alan to this crime.
All right. Well, we know you all will continue to watch it, as will we. Anya Kane and Kevin Greenlee, as always, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.